Yo, welcome back to the Electricians Monday Club. Today's topic is going to be in and around prices going literally through the roof, not just with cable but copper in general, because I'm going to chat with a plumber. So what's your take on it? What's your outcome?
A quick message from our sponsor, Life Audio, Bluetooth speakers. Now, they are doing a installer scheme at the moment. So become a registered installer, get your free merch. So your Life Audio stickers, your Life Audio pens, beautiful Life Audio t-shirt that I'm too fat to fit in. And to do that, just send an email. And the email will be below and in the show notes. Back to the show. So for me, at the moment, it's it doesn't really affect me as such. But I'm about to... So for those of you who don't know, I have...
There's a ship. There's some jumping.
Yeah. So basically, I have... I want to talk to you. I'm not going to talk to the camera. They don't care.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, all right. So I've basically given up working for this company. The work's incredibly good. I love the fact that I'm helping people in a very small, offset way, but I get a lot of satisfaction from my job. They offered me a really good package to stay. But for me, I don't like working for someone. I've realised that now.
Yeah.
Really realised that. I can't do it. I like, honestly, someone tells me to do something, and even if it's for my own benefit, I just want to tell them to go away.
Yeah.
So there's that, and the real reason, I miss my kid. My girls, my wife, my kid, my daughter, my dog, my house. I moved down to the seaside to for that sort of vibe in the summer. Yeah. And I was just giving it all up to be miserable, sitting in an Airbnb, with FaceTiming my family. I don't need to do that.
I know, and I still don't understand, unless you are born and bred into that way of life, where at a young age, with a young family or without family, you do this week in, week out, you know no difference to what we know.
If you was, say you're 22, 23,
yeah,
you've been out your time a while, you know your way around, you've done a good apprenticeship,
yeah,
this would be a banging job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know why? Because you could go around the country, living rent-free around the country, doing this work, do what you want, meet loads of birds, get Tinder, pay for the good subscription one, be able to lay it down all over the country, live a good life, and save so much money.
You could, and if at a young age and you're not in a relationship, yeah, no problem at all.
Sweet.
I had the option when I worked.
We'll get enough subjects.
We'll get back to it. But when I did the industrial stuff in Stafford, they offered me a job next to travel with them, and they were based in Birmingham. They were a massive company, Volker Fitzpatrick, if anyone knows who that is.
Yeah, of course I do.
No, that was the building firm.
Yeah.
The electrical firm was... Anyway, it doesn't matter, I can't remember. I'm not going to struggle. But they offered me a job, and the next one was down in London.
Yeah.
And this was with my ex at the time when I just left high school. And even then I was like, I don't really want to travel around. I don't need to. That's literally why I went self-employed and went by myself. But I think with kids, we've said before on the phone, because me and Sam were chatting in the background about this, and
I've been crying.
The big decision, it is a big decision.
It has been, yeah. It's been because the original reason I did it was because I wanted the security and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I quite quickly realised that. The other thing is as well, on PAYE, there's a very funny section at wages. So anything between 42.5 and 50 grand ain't worth having. You either earn 42.5 or 50 grand.
Because you end up losing.
Because the tax you get double bubble tax, and then it's such an incremental rise each week. It's not worth it.
Pointless, yeah.
So that was just winding me up, and I went from having a few quid in the bank to supplementing my wages because I was hoping to get a bigger pay rise, all this sort of stuff, and it just financially wasn't working out. Ended up with 6 points on my licence, couple of grand in debt, can't fix my car, can't fix my dog. I was like, do you know what, I'm going back to something.
Yeah, so I think anyone with kids, it's very difficult, or loving family, to work away. The first 4 years of the child's life is the most important and the most you don't want to miss out on. Once that's gone, that's gone.
It's mental.
So anyway, that's the reason. So
I've decided I'm not going back to agency work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If I have to sort of supplement my growth, I've joined Napit.
Napit.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, well, just say it properly.
Why is it Napit though?
nay pit. It's not nah.
There's no Y in it. There's no Y in it.
N-A is nay.
What?
Do you say nah?
Nah.
Nah, bro. Anyway, Sam is going self-employed. He's joined up with nay pit, and then from there on to supplement the work while you're trying to grow.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Work,
yeah. So I've been looking at prices and stuff, and I'm like shocked. Tell the story about last week.
What happened last week?
Well,
stripping.
No.
Oh, the copper that is. Jesus.
The trunking. Tell the story of the trunking from CEF.
Oh, right. Oh, it's on a video coming up, but yeah, you might have seen it or not. Anyway, Sam was here and we were starting to rewire. I needed a bit of 4x2 plastic trunking, and CEF from my unit is literally 30 seconds walk. So I said, Adam, just walk around, grab some trunking. He came back, he went, that was expensive, gave him my card, because I don't have an account with them. And the reason I don't have an account is because 7 years ago I fell out with the account manager, and I'll go into this more, but I was bought a card readers for the local strawberry picking farm for caravans. So we were fitting card reader top-up readers. Right?
You told this story before, it's boring.
Yeah, anyway, and I needed another one, and they charged me 6 times more than it was. And I was like, if this is the case, cancel my account, I'll pay the money, don't expect my work again. Adam went round there, bit of 4x2 trunking, they charged me £38 for a piece of plastic.
And it was bent?
And it was bent and scratched. And I went round there, I said, we walked it back, I said, you can't even bend the scratch of the bends on Adam, because he literally walked it back and went, look at this, it was like a banana, wasn't it?
The thing is as well, CEF, Nick CEF, is literally
just there.
Just there. It's like next to each other.
No excuse. So I went in there, had a chat with the guy, fell out with him a bit and was like, it's just not on, is it? It's half the price of a fuse board, really, for a piece of plastic. Because I don't have an account, you can rip me off. I said, general public, I said, end up just giving me back, I won't come here again. And he refunded me, and I just walked out on my arse in the air.
But this is the thing,
£36
for a bit of trunking.
For a bit of plastic. And then we're going on to, so you know Jamie from House Rewire.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
From Scotland. If you don't know him, he has a group of people that sort of rewire your house in Scotland within 1 or 2 days. And he put a picture on Instagram, I think it was. And he has a mountain pile of cable.
Yep.
The twin and earth, single.
No single.
1 mil or 1.5, 2.5, 6 mil, 3/4. Everything you would need for a domestic rewire. And Adam saw it and sort of showed me. He was like, I'm stocking up now because prices are already expensive. They're going to go through the roof. I remember saying this story to Adam when I first started being a spark, and I bought a drum, a 2.5, 100 meters. It was around about £36 a drum.
Yeah.
I roughly remember around that.
I remember like 1.5 was like 20 quid.
Yeah. So I went to my wholesalers local to me and said, I want 3 drums of each flavour, should we say, and a drum of 2.5, 100 meters was coming out to £74. Or like now.
70 what drum?
Drum per drum for a 2.5 drum for 100 meters, right?
So that's doubled.
It easily doubled, but I think somewhere in the wind, it's gonna. You look in the next couple of months, it's not gonna be far of £100 a drum for 1 drum of 2.5 cable.
See.
And even the wholesaler said to me, we're even getting sparks in now that are asking for 20-meter cuts, not even drums.
Wow.
Where normally I've always bought a couple of drums a month. They sit in the van. When we do a rewire, we buy 2 drums of everything, whatever's left, or if not left. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And he's saying they aren't even buying pallets now of drums. They're ordering just a handful of drums because people aren't buying them as much because there's so much money. And I was like, oh. Wow. So I bought that, and it's going to cost me a couple of £100 easy for a stock. But this is where it leads into what you and me were saying about the whole thing. So I haven't changed my prices of work now for probably a year and a half. So the rewires I'm doing currently.
How much did you up your prices last time, like percentage-wise?
15%.
Okay.
Not a massive. I couldn't tell you exactly, but
thereabouts.
So per point, I was like putting extra £5 on something, and whatever. Yeah. That's the way I work it out. But if you look at it now, the house rewire I'm doing at the moment, which the videos me and Adam are doing, that is the same price I would have priced for a year and a half ago. But if you look at the prices of materials have gone up, probably easy by 20% more. You should have got home by now.
Oh, okay.
Where realistically you work out, I'm going to be he do get annoyed at it. I'm going to be the one that's losing out. The customer will still get charged the same, but I would take home less money because the materials are more. And it's the same thing with fuse boards, anything with copper in it, anything that's manufactured abroad, because all the income stuff from COVID, the containers now, a guy that I know, they would pay $2,000 before for a shipping container.
That's right.
The same container now costs $14,000 for the same thing. So it's not just us taking a knock, it's wholesalers or people that are bringing stuff in, because they can't increase their prices by that amount. They wouldn't make any money.
So, right, first of all, this is what I don't understand. Where's all the containers?
Shipping containers.
Yeah, where are they? Why are they so expensive?
On boats. It's the import tax that everything's got to pay now, and especially now, diesel prices.
They ain't gone up that much. Sorry, it's not.
I don't know. This is what I've been told, and you can see it through all the wholesaler shelves of what you're picking up.
I keep hearing this stuff about containers being double expensive, but I don't understand what makes them expensive. Is it because physically the containers aren't being produced at the moment?
No, I don't think it's the physical containers. I think it's just the import of through the different ports it has to go through for fuel, for wages. Obviously, we're out of Brexit, we're out of the EU now as well, so that's going to affect import tax coming in through the docks. There's loads of stuff combined, and then on top of it as well, all the stuff that's now happening in Russia there's going to be more of a knock-on effect of everything for fuel. Like, it's just all these things combined with COVID and everything recently the past 2 years is now coming to our footsteps. Within the next 6 months, everything is going to be so expensive for us that do we increase our prices to go around with the economy of, right, this has gone up 20%, my price has gone up 20%. Because I guarantee the lads who do the bits and bobs without any overhead, that don't employ anyone, the one-man bands that's not VAT registered, who are living around my area, that are still going to go to Screwfix and buy stuff for cheaper materials, are going to be getting the work over me. Do I increase the price of materials and increase the cost of my invoices or quotes? Or do I leave them roughly the same to still get the work in, but take a bit of a knock on the overall income? I don't know which way to go.
Here's the thing. It all depends on how long it's going to be for. These things, this won't stay like this forever.
It will peak and then drop again.
Yeah, it will peak and drop again, or there'll be your wages will catch up.
Yeah.
One or the other. Because here's the thing I've always known about the UK. We're very good about money. We're very good with money, like in terms of.
Some of us.
No, not.
No, I mean the UK as a whole. Yeah, the government.
We're the financial capital of the world. Whatever. They always find a way of fixing it. So it might take a couple of years.
Yeah.
Could take 5-10 years.
Because how long did the recession last? Because I'm too young to really. I wasn't.
So the last one was 2007, 8.
Yeah.
You felt that for a good 3 years, and then maybe a little bit longer afterwards, depending on. Like I remember, I qualified in 2008.
I left school in 2008.
I got my gold card in 2008. Right.
Yeah.
So I was all happy with myself, and I thought, right, into the big leagues now, get that good money.
Oh yes.
I was getting £12.50 an hour on an 8-hour day.
God.
It's funny, I was just talking to a geezer about it today, the guy I'm working with. He was the same, he was getting £14 an hour on a different job in London. And I was like...
London as well?
Yeah, I was in London as well. I know what hospital, I was working at St Thomas's Hospital, on the roof, doing containment and building uni-strut frames for £12.50 an hour on an 8-hour day.
Which is not far off what people get paid at Tesco now. They're on £10, £11 an hour.
Yeah, it was mad. It was mad. And I was like, all this work for nothing.
Yeah.
But my thing is, going into this game, so for the first time ever, I'm going to be budgeting and buying and pricing.
Price matching, go around different wholesalers like we said last week, checking who's got it cheaper. I'm not saying you drive 2 miles out your way to get 50p drum cheaper, but figure out, and like we say with Expert Electrical, with the stuff, there's loads of discount codes out there for different people, but if you know you're doing a board change in 2 weeks, order it online, use a 10% off, that's 10% extra in your pocket just from going on the internet. And you don't even have to drive there, like you're not wasting fuel, it's coming to your door. Be smart with your purchases and where you go, and in over the grand scheme of things, if you do 10 board changes next year and use that 10% off everything, there's £150 in your pocket throughout the year just from being smarter.
See, it's bad, isn't it? Like, see, I just don't know. It's the scariest time for me I've ever been through financially, because this job has skinned me.
Yeah.
I've got a child and a wife and a dog to look after. and I'm like, Jesus, what am I going to do now? Like, I've got no savings in the bank because I've been supplementing my wages, which was silly, but
you got to do it to live.
Well, we did tightened our belts to the point where we was in saving mode.
Yeah.
Just because we were saving up for a kitchen, and we got into saving mode just before I took this job. So we had a few quid.
Saved your ass a bit.
And then Amanda was like, we're within £100 of our basic spend. I was like, it'd be fine. I'll work it out. Let's just give it a chance. And I gave it a chance. And then she turned around to me about a month ago. She said, I can't. The car's gone in for an MOT. It's fouled on some prop shaft bearing. 700 quid.
And that's it. All your savings just gets wiped out.
They were gone already. And I was like, well, use your savings, babe. And she's like, they're gone.
Yeah. And this is what I was having the conversation with the customer today. Is when you've got young kids, especially 3 of them, they cost a lot. Just to maintain a normal lifestyle. I'm not saying going out every weekend and when I first started, this was before YouTubers, I worked my ass off constantly. I just could never seem to get myself to a stage where I had a good float in the bank. Because the moment you saved up something would come around the corner, a school trip or whatever, or go back to school and there's £600 in school uniforms and bags and this and that. And we try and budget. It comes to Christmas and we overspend on Christmas every year. It comes to 1 month, I think it's April this month coming, with my birthday, the lad's birthday, best mate's birthday, someone else's birthday, and you end up going, Christ, you end up having to budget per month and a month before for that. And I'm terrible with it. My other half does everything. We've got it all written down.
Same.
I can just go, right, this is how much I've got to put in towards it. And you end up this horrible cycle. And we did it for nearly 2 years of just getting by per month. There was no, let's have a takeaway 3 times this month. It just wasn't on the cards.
No.
And I remember there was one point before this was in between when my dad died and my daughter was born, that little gap of, I always ended up having to sell my little gadgets just to pay for stuff.
I know.
And it was, because my head was everywhere. I had a wobble on, you know what it's like.
Yeah.
And I was ended up selling the pride and joy, like my little gadgets, my little thing. I don't go out and buy massive things or really fancy cars or anything like that. But no. It's different now. I'm a YouTuber. But what I'm saying before, like I wouldn't have the newest phone. It didn't really bother me. If stuff worked, but I had a silly thing is like I had a little Sonos speaker that I wanted for years, and I managed to buy one. And I had it and I used it all the time, and it was like, oh well, it's not a necessity. I ended up selling it to my brother just for 100 quid just to pay for stuff. And I'm in a fortunate position now where over time I've increased my prices. I've had Adam, YouTube's helped me out a lot. I've done this all hard work myself, but where I don't have to worry about, do you want a Chinese? Let's get a Chinese. And we could do this sort of thing. But it was such a struggle and a slog until I got to that point of just being sensible. And it was horrible.
I can identify with that 100% because although I'm a late starter, let's have it straight.
But you've got something good. What I didn't have is you've got a lot of people, like close friends that are in the industry that can help you out like that. There's a lot of people out there now that would start fresh, knowing no one.
Listen, I've been on the phone to Quinergy all day today. Obviously, the great Quinergy. Shout out to Craig. He's grown this a phenomenal business.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not trying to replicate what he's done there, but like, who do you like? I've talked to Neil. I've talked to Mark. I've talked to Quinergy, just to like understand what they're doing. Like, I'm not trying to replicate. I'm trying to get inspired. I'm trying to.
But the good thing with you as well, you're nowhere near us lot. So our business model, could you work around your area and you could adapt it to what you need?
Maybe,
if you want to do EICR's testing, you want to do the easiest, I say the easiest, the laziest type of electrical
I ain't doing
jobs. No, exactly, but that's my thing. I like it, we've got the energy, there's 2 of us who work really well. We can do EICRs.
What? I haven't got the energy?
Exactly, is what you haven't got. There's no way you can crawl through a loft and move people. In fact, yeah. But what I'm saying is, you can take a piece of all of us and mould it to around your area that works for you.
Yeah, and
market it as well.
Well, the marketing thing, I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty cool at that.
Yeah,
in terms of like, I feel like I've got that
because Sam made me.
You're welcome. That's triggered.
Yeah.
No, but in reality, and getting serious about it, like we're in terrifying times.
Yeah.
Like legit terrifying times. gas prices and all that going up.
Electric, gas, whether or not they're going to run out.
No, I ain't worried about that.
I am.
What, do you think they're going to run out?
No.
We're going to run out of electricity.
I'll get Tesla, it's fine.
Listen, no one's running out in the UK. It's not happening.
It's just going to go.
Yeah, but I don't, again, this is another thing. I don't actually understand the reasons why.
What is the fuel prices going up?
Yeah.
In general, like all fuel.
Yeah, I don't get it. Russia don't make petrol and diesel, do they? We ain't getting.
No, we import the oil. We import a hell of a lot of oil.
They don't get oil from Russia.
Yes, they do.
What? About 5%.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That 5% was our 5% that gets
Buy more off
converted.
Saudi.
Yeah, but they know that, so they can bump the prices up. They know the demand is there for them, so they'll bump it up to get more money out of us because they know we need it.
No,
that's how
dumb.
it works.
Like, it's dumb.
Please let us know if you know why. Let us know because we just end up fighting about it.
But also don't let us know if you don't actually know why.
Yeah, like we don't. I just guess it. It's a educated guess. Yours.
I'm just saying, like, listen. They've got some. They're being dicks of it. Buy it off them. What's the big deal?
And they will just charge you more because they know you need it. It's supply and demand. That's always a pure business right there, Peace. And you've learned a lesson today. You're welcome. Write this down. Write this down.
No, but I don't think that's the way it works. I think there's other places you can go and get oil.
Yeah. Go dig a hole.
Go Venezuela.
Go dig a hole.
Go Venezuela.
That could be your new things, digging for oil.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll get you a little...
I had a job when I was about 17. I was working for this builder across the road. He was a dickhead. Anyway, his wife cheated on him in his own house, so good.
In his own house?
Yeah, in his own house with the lodger. Good. Anyway, once I made him tea and I pissed in it.
Was that story that you told us?
That's it.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah. So he had me digging out foundation. Like, I stopped working for him for a bit because he was rude and horrible and I just couldn't stand it. Anyway, he's like, do you want a week's work? I was like, yeah, all right. And it was digging foundations. I was like, well, how can it be?
Yeah, hard. Yeah.
Turns out I did it for one day. I went home, I laid on the floor. I was like, this ain't for me.
No, I don't.
Mate ain't coming back. Mate ain't coming back to me. He goes, oh, well, you've let me down. I was like, don't care.
Find someone else.
Don't care.
No.
Don't care. It's a shit job.
So customers get me, will you dig this trench for the Harvard cable?
No.
I'm sorry, no.
Oh, I've done that.
No, I've done it once, and then I will just play the bad back card. No, thank you. Absolutely not. Because most of the time, it's not like,
got an Adam.
It's 3 meters. This phone is stronger than Adam. I'm not even being horrible. To be fair, Adam can graft. He can graft. But he's not the strongest lad in the world. That will come. He's only a young lad.
Just make him dig the hole, bruv. I'll be like, dig the hole.
No. But every time someone says to us, can you dig a trench? It's normally like 40 meters.
That's what you got an Adam for.
No, next time I'm going to get a digger. Oh, imagine that.
Mate, with one of them little buckets.
Yeah.
What?
YouTube video coming.
Do you know what I did?
What?
So I had a job for my friend doing all these garden lights. He had drive in, drive out, drive. And I was doing all the garden lights and that. And I was like, I can't dig this. Like, because you've got to go 30 down or 300 down. And then my brother, I was like, I can't do this. It's long, it's about 200 metres of ditch.
No, thank you.
I was like, just pay my brother to do it instead.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. No,
and then he done it in like 2 days.
Of course he did.
And I was just like, I'd done like maybe 10 metres in one day, and I was sitting there having like 15 drinks, 40 breaks. My brother just come and done it like.
No, thank you.
No. But getting back to the subject about how terrifying it actually is. How scared does it make you about your business? And do you think that? So here, the cardinal sin of that any business guru would tell you is don't sell on price.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, realistically, I don't have a massive overheads. I've got this place, YouTube pays for that. Like, I've got the truck, bought the van, that sort of stuff. But
that's pissed.
That's alright, don't mind. You can't
It's
see
got a socket over there. It's pissed.
No, Sam's just on a wonky angle.
Sell on price. She ain't selling on quality.
I don't have to worry too much because I don't employ a lot of people. I don't have a massive amount of overheads, which is what knocked a lot of companies on their arse when COVID hit. Like, I still paid Adam in the background, didn't really matter to me. But I think I could make do with it and still be competitive. My worry is for the people with bigger companies that employ 4 or 5 lads. I think they're the ones that are going to struggle. personally. I think I'll be okay. And I've got YouTube I can fall back on. I can do some other things. Like, I can make things work for me. I think I'd be the wrong person to ask for. I think if you were to point the finger at Mike from Greenhawk.
Yeah.
Got a big bunch of lads. They
Shout
all do different
out to Mike from Greenhawk.
Love Mike. I think if you were to ask him that question, his answer might be different to mine.
So, when like you're having to think about increasing your prices now,
yeah,
what are you looking at? Like,
I'd probably stick it up by 10%. I think.
That ain't going to cover the cost of materials.
I don't know. I need to sit down and work out exactly. Let's say go back a year and figure out some invoices from last year.
Yeah.
And see the increase. But another one good too. So Jordan Artisan, we all know Jordan. He did a video. Yeah, he did a video last year and got ripped by people because he charged £82 plus VAT an hour. Right? Yeah. Went all over Facebook. Some people.
Yeah, he did. He got ripped.
Yeah. I take my hat off to Jordan. You can charge that prices around your area and you get work. It's obviously working. You're doing something right. Can't complain. Can't do that around here. Wouldn't work at all. People would laugh at me. He's just done another video.
It is a poor area.
Careful. He's just done another video recently, and he charges 100. I think it's correct me up. Around about £110, including VAT an hour now. Okay. Per hour.
Taking a piss, but in a good way. Like
in a good way,
I respect that.
Like hat off to him. I wouldn't say if you can do it. If you can go for it, do it, and like pull the wool over people's eyes and think of, oh right, I can charge this much, because it wouldn't work around here. But
I don't think he's doing that.
No, I don't. It's his business model.
So
around his area, people can afford it. They want him.
He's Cambridge. Like, there's a few quid up there.
It's if you were to do it around here, people would just think you're taking the piss.
But see, this is the other thing as well. I think there's more to it than that. The way he's also marketed himself.
Yeah,
he's an artisan electrician.
Top electrician.
Whatever that means. To me, that's just nonsense talk. But
it's working.
It works for him. Do you know what I mean? So he's got these, like, I looked at his website the other day because I was looking for inspiration for my website, and I thought, who better to, have a look at? Definitely ain't yours.
No, not mine. Dave Savage is pretty good. There's too much writing.
Too much writing. Dave Savage's got too much dialogue and too much writing for my dumb attention span.
I need to update mine. I haven't touched it for years.
No. So I thought I'd have a look on it because I was like, who can I think, damn, decent. And you look at it, and he's got like his 7 promises and stuff like that he goes that go on every quote. He puts 7 promises. That be there on time, and respect the house, no smoking, swearing on their property.
Yeah.
All these little things and all these little touches that he's built into his brand.
Yeah.
That means he's a no quibble kind of guy. You're not getting
he says he will.
You're not getting a Jack the Lad.
No.
Going, you alright, love? Put a kettle on, mate.
No prick turns up in a Batman hat, or hoodie, and a done-up van. But that's my thing.
Yeah, but it's not working, is it?
It clearly is working. I've been busy for 12 years.
No, but what I'm saying is,
he's
charging £110 an hour, and you're charging 50p an hour.
50p an hour?
No.
25p.
No, but what I'm saying is, he's marketing himself as like a prestigious brand.
Yeah. He's the go-to person. You're at the top electrics.
Here you go. Here's a perfect analogy. He's like Mercedes, BMW, Audi.
You're going to call me Fiat, aren't you?
No, not... I would say Fiat... going up
Ford.
to no, come on, that's middle of Ford, no, Fiat, Kia, Hyundai, or whatever it is, Hyundai, right? Them ones.
That's me, is it?
Yeah.
Fantastic, thank you.
Do you know what I mean? Though?
Yeah.
He is a BMW, and you are a, I don't know,
Toyota i50, yeah, or i30, whatever they are.
i30.
Yeah.
The cab driver car.
And you're an old Prius. Jesus.
I'm like a.
You're a Vespa.
I'm a Scania truck from 1996.
But yeah.
Nick messing up the flow again.
I'm not messing up the flow. You only get 30 minutes on this camera, and then you got to click record again. The battery's going flat as well soon, so yeah.
Well, put a new battery in.
Okay. Got them in my pocket.
Go and put it in now.
No, it's fine. I'll wait till it goes off.
Oh, it's just more.
But it could last another 25 minutes. I don't know yet. I don't use this camera very often. It's the good one.
It is a good one. But so you haven't marketed yourself correctly to charge them prices. I think. You was like the prestigious guy around here.
Yeah, but you couldn't. You just couldn't around here. I could use YouTube and let's say to my advantage like Jordan does and charge them prices, and we travel around all week, every week doing that sort of stuff. It's possible to build that brand.
He's like the Pimlico plumbers of Cambridge.
The who?
Pimlico. Well, you don't. What do you mean you don't know who Pimlico are?
I know Pimlico. What's Pimlico? Pimlico.
Yeah.
Or Pimlico.
Pimlico.
Never heard of it.
What do you mean?
And what is
Charlie Mullins. Your boy, what's his name at Trade Legends? No shout out to them. Was done an interview with him. He's like the biggest. He's like.
Oh, the guy that the book.
mullet.
He's got the book.
No, bro. Listen, you're starting to wind me up.
Oh.
How do you not know who Pimlico plumbers are?
I don't know who that is. Should I care? They're plumbers.
For all of you people that no, they're not plumbers. They do everything now, but they charge you through the roof because they've got the name, the brand, everything.
Right. Like Jordan then, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. That's
but
what you get.
He don't charge. So I don't think he charges through the roof on them prices. Like they're steep. Not many people could afford them.
And where are they based?
But they're based in like London.
Right.
So it's Pimlico.
That's why I don't know about them then.
That's why they've got like. That's why they can charge them price because they're servicing all around London and stuff like that. Call outs and rewires and stuff like that.
Another subject as well. Talking about prices and everything. Sean from Cablesmith Electrical come work with us the other day.
Why is he called Cablesmith?
I don't know. Ask him. Sean, why are you called Cablesmith? He was telling me about the law that they brought it into London, because Asheville was on about this as well with the trucks, and they're doing it in Manchester, that Sean is meant to come into law this month, but they've changed it because of COVID for 2 months, which is the ban classes on vans and lorries coming in, that per day if your vehicle, I think.
Do you mean the ULEZ?
I don't know.
Ultra low emission zone?
Yeah.
How do you bumpkins not know about this?
Because I live in a town, we don't go into cities. But he was saying with everyone around their area, he'll have to get a new van soon or pay £10 a day just to travel out of his house.
Ain't just vans.
Cars as well.
Cars as well.
Oh, okay.
In London, right?
Yeah, because it's bad in London, isn't it?
So in London, it started out, there's, I think it goes as far as Clapham at the moment, ultra low emission zone.
Right.
So if you've got a car that falls outside of that band, I can't remember what it is. I think it's like if you've got a car that's more than, I don't know, whatever. Brilliant. You have to pay
facts
£12.50 a day.
A day.
Guess what?
And you got to pay it on your phone because they don't notify, do they?
I think even even if you're a resident and your car's parked outside your house, you still have to pay it.
Magic.
Every day.
Cool.
Every day.
But if you have an electric car, you're all right.
You're all right. But it's now moved out to the M25. So the M25 circles London.
Yeah.
And then you've got London with the North Circular and the South Circular.
Yep.
And then there's like a band in between.
Okay. What's the
now it's out to there now.
Oh, it's everywhere.
Everywhere.
And so it's now coming to Manchester, coming to bigger cities as
well.
well.
I don't know if it's yet, but I know it's imminent.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. It's coming soon. It's been delayed, but he's saying it's like this is a story he said. It's a really sad story actually.
But my brother, wait man,
stop touching me.
Didn't touch it.
You were close.
Listen, you touched me last week and your hands are disgusting.
Sorry, the battery went flat, and then Sam decided to have a biscuit and eat like a. I can't even describe yet how angry I am right now of listening to him chomp a dirty biscuit in my ear and then continue to make grunty Shrek noises while he looks me in the face with his teeth hanging out, and he thinks it's hilarious. Anyway, the story I was going to say before I'm angry. Anyway, at least you're crying.
I'm crying.
Anyway,
I've never seen anyone switch like that.
I hate it. Noisy eaters is the point where I'll skin you alive with a fucking spoon. I hate it.
See how unafraid I am, just FYI.
Look at this desk is here. He was saying there's a scaffold company around his area that he knows. And since this law's coming in, he owns 4 scaffolding lorries that are all old, that bit by bit over the years, he's bought them, they maintained them, and it comes where if he doesn't switch all these trucks that have been paid for by himself over the years, and he doesn't upgrade to brand new trucks, he's going to be getting £200 a day fine or whatever it is because they're big motors. So does he put himself in £200,000 debt to get 4 new trucks, or does he just sell them, go back to a one-man band with his mate in a van? Anyone, do you know what I mean? Just or scrap them or whatever. Just get rid of them and just make the business really small again, as it was before, without the stress and hassle. Because it's either put yourself into £200,000 worth of debt with new trucks and eventually build that back up to the pay themselves, or just go sod it.
Can you lease a truck?
I don't know. What I'm saying is, it's broken. A few people's businesses with this coming in.
Well,
it's not
here's
even happened yet.
Here's the thing. My brother lives in Tatsfield, which is just right on the M25.
Okay.
So it's not going to touch him for whatever reason. It's not going to touch him.
But if he drives into London, he's getting.
But if he drives maybe 2 miles down the road.
Is it just cameras on all the roads? Is there?
Yeah. So there's no loophole.
Yeah.
There's a camera up there. Get shot. So if he drives 2 miles down the road to like his local high street, which is it's not even a high street. Wallingham High Street is not a high street. It's just a thing.
Right.
You can go down there. You can have like a little curry or something like that. But it's not really a high street. Wallingham Green, it's called. You can go down there. You have to pay £12.50.
Just to go down the high street?
Just because you're going into the ULEZ.
Yeah. That's
so his car that he bought for his wife, no longer compliant. So they can't. So here's the thing for them businesses down there.
Yeah.
So any traffic come from that way, they're just going to go the other way now.
Yeah.
Because he could go down the road to Westerham and go for food there and not have to pay £12.50 for the pleasure. So it's kind of screwing over so many small businesses.
Yeah, just for low emissions. And I say just as in it's a big thing.
Is it?
Yeah, if you compare the state of the air in London a couple of years ago, before electric cars, people were actually cycling or walking compared to what it is up here. We have a lot cleaner air because there's less dense traffic, there's less people, there's less motors, there's blah, 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 blah. But it's coming to a point where what annoys me is we're doing all these nice little changes and charging people money and get electric cars and use renewable energy.
But I'm charging people money.
No, but let me finish. We're doing all this that makes a tiny difference, but yet you've still got all the other countries that are literally burning stuff. We are such a small percentage of the CO2 or everything that goes into the atmosphere.
Listen, I heard the quote. It's going to back this up. UK is 2% of the emission in the world.
Yeah.
So we're only ever going to be 2% of the solution.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing, right? And this is why it's dumb. And this is why all these like charging people to go into London, they say, oh, it's because we care. Children are dying from air quality, so we've got to charge you. So you don't come in.
But the money doesn't go to these dying children.
Of course it don't.
It goes in the pockets of everyone else that works.
So check this out. I remember when the congestion charge started in London years ago, it was a £5 a day. £5 a day. And I was like, that'd be a tenner a day soon.
Yeah.
And guess what? I think it's like £12.50 a day as well. So now,
so far removed from it.
So say you've got to go into London.
A volt pen in my pocket.
So say you've got to go into London.
Yeah.
You've got to pay £25 if you ain't got a compliant vehicle.
Yeah. So it's anything really with that AdBlue, isn't it?
Motorbikes as well. Motorbikes have to pay to go in there. The congestion zone.
I do think with all the stuff that's going on, because I know we spoke about the conspiracy theory, was it E10 fuel, is it? Is it E10?
Yeah.
So E10 fuel is the unleaded petrol that is being put to all petrol stations now, and they have given it a warning now that any car below a certain age and above, it will actually corrode all the pipes and everything in the car. They've said this. The government have had to come through with it. The energy prices are going up. They're trying to push more renewable stuff in electric. It's almost like all these little things. I'm not conspiracy theorists behind it, but if you work it out, all this stuff added together is making you go, you need to get an electric car. Because it's all being phased out and everything.
But here's a great thing. Get an electric car, but we're going to double your bill.
Electricity price through the roof.
So whoever they is, they ain't losing out, are they?
They're winning. Yeah.
And this is the thing, and it comes back to building an electrical business at this time. Am I stupid?
I think
for doing
if
it now?
Anything, with all the renewable stuff that's going on, with the EV chargers, the solar, the wind stuff, all this stuff combined with the new regulations of the new boards, the amendments, the EICR, so the regulations are always changing and trying to make it more compliant and safe for customers as well, like tenants, landlords, it's all being changed. I think if anything, this is the best time for you to be a smart, because work is going to be pouring out of everyone's ears very soon.
But not if no one's got no dough.
they don't have a choice. In my eyes, they're not going to have a choice. If they want to still rent, they have to have a compliant house. They'll have to then pay for you to make it compliant. If someone wants an electric vehicle, they'll need to, most of the time, get a new fuse board, upgrade the board, put a new board in to get the EV charger. Electrician's job. New electric boilers that are going to be going in. Plumbers can't do that. Electricians only. People want all this solar renewable energy. It's electricians, it's no one else. Realistically, we're the best people at the moment in the trades to be getting the most work because it's all coming our way.
I feel like you're kind of right, but as these, I suppose.
Did you hear that, guys? Yeah. Kind of right.
But I feel like there's some people that will be able to afford that.
Yeah.
But everyone else, like all these small jobs, are going to be like people are going to be like, do you know what? I'd just rather live without it.
I'll go to Screwfix and do it myself.
Yeah, I'll watch Nick.
Some idiots put YouTube videos out. Yeah, I don't do how-to videos.
Well,
that's not me. Because I can't. Wow. But yeah, I don't want to be this negative podcast because we like to know.
It's just like a discussion about
the
way I'm feeling about it.
I think this is the best time. You've got good enough people around you who have got good, successful businesses that can push you in the right direction. You already know what you're doing. You just need
to do it.
Someone's playing music loud outside. Just to do it, push forward with it. And like you say, if you need to sub in the background, we're all here for advice. There might be people watching this that live near your area and go, "To be fair, can you with the board change? Here's your guy."
Only electricians listen to this podcast?
Yeah. But no, that's not true. That is not true. It's like you saying electricians watch my stuff. That's not true at all.
Well, definitely not true.
Yeah, I know plumbers watch my episodes as well.
We've got plumber comments every week. What's his name? I'm going to look him up and give him a shout out because he's a good guy.
Should we read through the comments last week? We've never done this before. Let's read through the comments and then that will wrap this episode up. Right.
I don't feel like it's been long enough though. I feel like people want more.
It's been about 50 minutes, if I'm being completely honest.
It's 50 minutes too long for you, bruv.
Thank you.
Right, latest comments, publish.
I'm on it as well. Oh, I didn't like that video. Sorry,
I can't see him on there.
Cancel your subscription. No, sorry. Topic for Nick about getting work. We're going to do an episode, so this is from Scott. Topic for me about going to get work and everything.
I need to know that.
We'll do another episode probably next week, but that will be our subject. So Scott, keep out for that.
I can't even find it. I don't know what I'm doing.
You're doing what you're doing. Multico Electrical, shout out to you. LRK Electrical, yo. Oh yes, that was me the other day. Expert Electrical Rochdale. Boom. Hello mate. Joe Catterall, that's it. Shout out to you. Who's this Mark the Sparky Allison?
Some guy with a long forehead.
Richard Poulter, have a word, sound. Mike Wilkinson, Super Sparks has commented on my stuff since day one for over 3 years. I don't know his actual name.
Welcome to Super Sparks then, because I tell you what.
Are you customers to everyone?
Shut up, Nick.
Oh, thank you.
You've done a lot of talking in these last episodes.
Do you prefer me being more quiet and reserved and just answering and just
doing as you're told?
Doing as I'm told? Would you rather be like past episodes where I've actually Sam hasn't been made to listen to me? Let us know.
Who is Rosie Taylor as well?
I don't know.
Fat Sam is so cute. His face when others are whinging about. Thank you, Rosie.
Oh, Syrian Nitran.
Slide into my DMs, Rosie.
Gary.
Hey, CJH Plumbing. He's always commenting on us. So shout out to CJH Plumbing.
Tony Clark. Jim's Australian. He knows me well. Andy Clark. There's a few people I can't pronounce some people's names. Sorry.
Why are you like pretending that they follow you? They follow the show.
Yeah, but
you don't know them.
I also have a YouTube channel. I speak to Jim on. Jim sent me some Australian snacks.
Jim Hook.
Yeah.
Or Hook.
I say Hook.
Yeah, I feel like it's Hook.
Hook. Jim, shout out. But yeah, we're going to do an episode next week. We'll be in here. Have we got a guest next week here or not?
No, I don't know. I've got to speak to them.
Potentially might have someone here. We'll do an episode from what Scott says of how I went about getting work to start with, how I see other people getting work, to give you an idea and to you guys as well.
And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do because I've got a plan.
Okay, so sound. Well, it's been a good episode, mate.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment. Let us know what's going on, and we will see you next week, guys.
Monday Club, we're out.
Ciao. Happy?
Yeah, mate. Really good.